Welcome back to Squawk Box. The business of men's grooming has gone mainstream thanks to shows like Mad Men and now The Great Gatsby. And joining us now is Chris Salgado. He's the president of Kiehl's this morning to talk about, I don't know how I got assigned to do this. Joe, I thought you're the one who always said you wanted some of this.
You're joking, right?
This stuff.
You're joking?
Well, because you're looking at me as the metrosexual, is what you. But you know, the metrosexual is over. Do you know about that?
I understand it. It's like you're hyperbole, joking. It's so ridiculous. Who else would be? Of course, you're assigned to this. You live. Where do you live? What do you
do? In New York
do?
City.
Do you have a car? You're on the bike program.
You could use some of this stuff, right?
When we take our makeup off, my skin is a little bit dry. Okay. I will admit that. But you know what my question was going to be, and it was we were all thinking about it. Do you have any stuff that as you rub it on, it heats up?
Heats up? Actually, I do.
You know, you know what I mean, are you?
You know where he's going. It's too early in the morning to go there.
And where's our audio guy? He's really slow.
He's slow this morning.
Wow.
So, men's grooming.
Yes.
On a relative basis to women's products.
Sad.
Growing, how much more?
I mean, I think even through the recession, we saw men's grooming still growing in the teens when everything else was really declining. And this is because men have become so much more aware of what their needs are. They are been watching shows like you referenced earlier, Mad Men, looking at what The Great Gatsby kind of effect has been in this country, seeing that their icons are adopting products and feeling it's okay for me to use them as well.
Okay, so here's my question for you. This is total practical consumer question.
Yeah.
You have a product here for $60.
Yep.
Right down here. What's it called?
Rosa Artica.
Okay, Rosa Artica. And there's some other products here. All relatively, I would put in the pricey category, $38, $49. How does this stuff compare seriously?
Yes.
If I go to Duane Reade or Walgreens and buy the $5 to $10 version of the moisturizer, and I buy that moisturizer, what is legitimately the difference?
So what you're paying for, especially with Kiehl's, is first of all, we've been around for 162 years, started as an old world apothecary in New York. So we spent a lot of time canvassing really the globe looking for the most highly efficacious ingredients that are really going to do something for your skin. So the combination of all of those efforts are the products that you see before you. And in fact, the other thing that you're not paying for is the only time we ever put things in boxes is when it's legally required. So we don't even put things, we don't add any kind of outer cartons because we don't want to pass on those costs to our consumers. We don't do any advertising. But it's really the ingredients are within the products that you're paying for.
What's a margin on a product like that? Meaning, what's the cost of the stuff in the product?
It's a fair margin.
It's a fair margin. The thing is, a lot of supplemental stuff that is not, it's never regulated by anyone, and so that claims can be made. I think that's the problem with this whole business. Because I mean, your competitors are saying things that the FAA doesn't, or the FDA, no one's looked at.
Yeah, but I don't put Kiehl's in that.
No?
Kiehl's has been around for a long time.
They've been around for a long time.
I don't put them in the new age.
Right, but the new age stuff, you hear it claims that none of it's verified. Even half the stuff that GNC sells, I think, is.
I think you have to really look at, first of all, what is someone claiming? And what we've always done with Kiehl's is that we talk about ingredients, like the product you picked out, Rosa Artica. That's a very interesting flower that grows in Bulgaria. It can die after 30 months. You water it, and it comes back to life. And we study it for 5 years to see is there any connection with that in the skin. So we've never been about over-promising. And so I think you have to look at what can a product really deliver. And there's only going to be so much. And when you look in prestige, I mean, you can spend $60, you can spend $500.
Chris, they're playing us out. Thank you for coming in this morning. We got to talk more about this. Maybe we'll try some on a little bit later.
Anytime.
Kiehl's